Alright everybody, welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial here on my channel, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I built this tower behind me. You may recognize this world and this tower specifically from a rebuild challenge I did and made a few shorts for, where I had to make a magical mangrove swamp, and I figured why not share how to build this tower. Now to start off, I will say you don't have to build it in the water, you could obviously build it wherever you want. If you did, you could do something like what I did or whatever you'd like. You could bring the mud all the way down. I went ahead and brought the mud all the way down, but then I used these muddy mangrove roots and actual mud blocks the closer I got to the ground, just so that it kind of did a terrible gradient, honestly, but had some type of blending into a darker material into the ground. Now here's the material list for the tower directly in front of me. As always, when I build it, I'm going to use just one type of block, really. I will do my best to mess it up, but it won't be identical exactly to how it looks in front of you. However, if you did want to have the correct amount to make it look like it does in front of me currently, then you'd want to go off of this material list, / go ahead and, switch out some of these bricks or packed muds or whatever for whatever blocks you'd like to use. So we have 96 mud brick slabs. Some of these I'm sure could be actual full blocks, but I have a lot of slabs because that's how I was building it. 80 mud bricks, 62 packed mud blocks, 46 mud brick walls, 28 waxed weathered cut copper stairs, and they have to be waxed so that they don't go straight up blue because I wanted a gradient in the roof. 24 jungle trapdoors, 23 waxed exposed cut copper stairs, 22 soul lanterns, 18 waxed weathered cut copper, 17 mud brick stairs. You don't need these many bookshelves, it's just for the interior. I did a little bit of 14 mangrove logs, 13 ladders, 12 barrels, 12 lecterns. Again, these are more for interior, at least the barrels. 12 oak trapdoors, 10 waxed oxidized cut copper, 8 chains, 8 waxed exposed cut copper, and 8 waxed exposed cut copper slabs. Oh my goodness, some of these are a mouthful. 7 flower pots, 6 mangrove fences, 5 waxed oxidized cut copper stairs. The beds, again, mostly for decor, 4 jungle fence gates, 4 mangrove signs, 3 flowering azaleas, 3 flowering azalea leaves, 2 blue orchids, 1 crimson fungus, an enchanting table, also decor, jungle door for the front door, a jungle slab, it's probably for a window frame, a mangrove trapdoor, 1 pearlescent frog light right in the middle, but you could switch that out for whatever you want, 1 warped fungus, also for decor, and 1 waxed oxidized cut copper slab, which I believe goes on the very tippy top of the roof. So as I said, I'm going to go ahead and build this kind of simple compared to how messy it is here, but to start out, I'm using these mud bricks here, because as always, you got to. It has 3 blocks. It's going to do like a mini circle, so 3, then you're going to come out by 1. Then you're going to come out by 1 again, so you have this like turn here, basically this curve. And on this one, you're going to come out by 3 total. Then again, come out by 1, come out by 1. And again, this is another side, so it's going to be out by 3. And just copy that over one more time until you have something like this. And of course, you can go ahead and fill it in if you want this to be a floor. Or it could be easily a ruin, so you could just leave this open to the water. And so you have a foundation like that. Super simple. Then we're going to take each of these walls here, and by walls I mean the edges that we made of this circle, up by 7 blocks tall, including the bottom one here. So we have already 1 layer here, which means we have to go up another 6 to equal the 7. Now the doorway here is not the first block, but the second one up, because this is going to be our walkway. Then I have another block here for an extra trap door, and we can put the door actually in here like so. Then we have this as an upside down stair with a jungle fence gate in front of the stair that's open and a slab on top. So you have a doorway like so. Now there are windows on each of these other 3. Hello, frog. I swear he's not a paid actor. Hi. But he's definitely cute. On each of the 3 other sides here, you're going to come up by 2 blocks, and then you're going to break out 1, 2, 3 blocks total and do it on each wall. I know I said 3, but it's 4 blocks tall. Then on the 4th block here, you want to bring a jungle... The frog keeps distracting me. You want to bring a jungle gate right above the 4th block, right in front of it, like so, with a jungle trapdoor on top, and do it for all of them. Now, I left the windows open, but you could easily fill them up with fence gates, with fences, fence gates, or even I don't know, glass if you really wanted to, but I wanted it to have more of this ruined type of look. For extra decor, I went ahead and put a mud brick wall beneath, not by 1 block beneath, but 2 blocks beneath the window here. Then I went ahead and got a pot, put a pot on top of each of them with a flowering azalea in it, and then a leaf on top until you have something like that. Also, with most of these windows, I put lanterns on the inside here just so that there was light. But then again, if you have those windows filled with something, they're obviously not needed. Then at the top of the walls, we're gonna go ahead and put a stair on the corners of the 3 wide walls, and then a half slab on the remaining corners as well as the middle pieces of the 3 blocked walls until you have something like that. Then I went ahead and added more decor using these soul lanterns and jungle trap doors. Right on the front, I went ahead and put 2 jungle trap doors on the bottom of this block here, and I went ahead and copied those on the back. Then on the other ones here, I came up by 5 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and on the 5th one on the bottom half, you're gonna put another jungle trap door. Same on both sides, and then again copy this on the opposite side, so another 5 blocks up, and on the bottom portion of that 5th block. Then go ahead and hang your soul lanterns on all of these jungle trapdoors. And then you should have something like this. Now the way that I made this look way more interesting, in case you can't tell, is I alternated using these mud brick walls and packed mud just to give it some texture. So honestly, the best thing I would recommend is go through and just randomly punch out blocks that you think it would look best in. And then, oh no, that is not what I wanted to do, and break your stuff while you're at it. And do the same thing with the packed mud. And I'm just gonna be honest, this is such a small build that there's really not a lot of details you can do, too much at least, to something that's only this small. So don't be freaked out if it doesn't look like perfectly varied or something or as good, because trust me, you're building it and it'll be great, regardless of what you think comparing to others. Now up here, we're gonna go ahead and bring this tower in by 1 block. So basically this whole area right behind the stairs, we're gonna have a 3 by 3 square that's surrounded by 3 by 3 blocks essentially. And counting this block that we're on, we're gonna go up another 7. So again, go up another 6 blocks so we get the total of 7. Now for this, it's gonna be very similar to how I did below with texturing it with the packed mud and the walls. However, the main difference is the windows are gonna be a bit smaller. So again, counting the block that's here, this half block that you see, you wanna go up 2 full ones, and on the 3rd, you're gonna punch out 3 blocks. Then on the 3rd block here, you're gonna go ahead and put a jungle trapdoor on the top part of the 3rd block so that you can put a soul lantern right on top for added detail. And do that to each side wall that we have here. As for decorating these windows, I went ahead and just put some potted plants and mushrooms. You can again go ahead and fill them in with actual glass or whatever you'd like. And then again, I went ahead and textured it up using packed mud and walls. And the reason why I went ahead and used walls, just so that you're aware, is so that it looked even more ruined, because that's what I really wanted it to feel like, was like an old witch lived here or wizard lived here a long time ago, and now it's fallen into great disrepair, but it can still be used by any travelers that come by. And then you should have something like this-ish. Now on this top 7th block here, we're gonna again take stairs and half slabs. Stairs again on the corners of the 3 wide walls, only this time not on top, but sticking out 1 block from it and upside down, because we're gonna widen this out a little bit more. The middle pieces still get the half slabs, and the corners in between also get a half slab. Just like below, we're essentially mirroring it. Oh, words. On the top here, we start by building a fence on the 3 wide portions at least, using these lecterns. And I face them inwards so that you don't see the color on the outside, but that's up to you if you prefer that. And then go ahead and put oak trapdoors on top. Then here on these corners, we're gonna go ahead and put 1 mud brick, like so. Oh, and I see I messed up this trapdoor, there we go. And then on the sides of this mud brick that went up by 1, we're gonna go ahead and frame it with jungle trapdoors. Then we're gonna go ahead and make a 5 tall pillar out of mangrove wood on each of these 4 corners. Why is there? Oh, it's just my junk I've been throwing. Then with these, I decided to break them out a little bit as well and replace parts of it with mud bricks. You can use whatever you'd like as fencing or walls. I just liked how the mud worked the best, in my opinion, with the mangrove wood bark at least. Although I'm sure you could do some type of like fences that would work better. As for the interior, I'll show you. I'm not going to build it over there, but I did these 4 beds here with a bunch of bookshelves underneath it on the sides, as well as the enchanter in the middle. I'm pretty sure this is actually fully enchantable type of thing. But, and aside from that, let me continue on with this. We're going to grab these barrels here, and it's going to connect our 5 posts together. And with this, it's going to be a little hard to place. You're going to have to shift in place so that you don't actually open the barrel. And it's just going to basically be a 3x3 square filled with barrels, essentially. Although, honestly, you don't even need them, which is why I said they're kind of for decor more than anything, because it's like, up to you. Obviously, all this should be up to you. Then for our roof, starting with the wax exposed cut copper stairs, you're going to put an upside down stair on the corners here for each pillar. Then you're going to go ahead and put a half slab coming towards the middle here on each side. So you have something like that. Then you're going to go ahead and put a correct side up stair. Now I'm going to do this whole side using this whole one using the wax exposed cut copper stairs for now. And I'm not going to make it as pretty as this gradient, but I'll show you as we continue how it changes colors essentially. But like I said, correct side upstairs like this right on top of what we just created. It's going to be a perfect little square. Basically a 7x7 square for the roof. Then using the next phase, we're going to use the wax weather cut copper. This is a placement block. You can get rid of it if you want. We're going to go up by 1 full block on the next inner layer, which is a 5x5 area. So you have something like this. And of course, we're going to put stairs on top of that until it looks like that. Then we're going to go in again. This is again another temporary block. And you can get rid of it. Up by 2 this time. 2 full blocks that cover this entire 3x3 essentially. Till it looks like that. With, of course, stairs on top. And then finally, another 2 blocks. This one's going to have to stay there unless you can punch it out from the inside, especially if you're in survival. 2 blocks on top, and then a half slab on top of that, just so you prevent any mob spawning. Better safe than sorry. And like I said, the frog light is used for decor on the inside. I hung it up right in the middle here, so it came down quite a bit, and this is where the chains are used for as well as with these lanterns in here, just so that they come all the way down and give you better lighting. Again, I know I said they're part of the list, technically they are, but that's up to you if you want to include lighting like that. You could always do whatever you'd like instead. And honestly, I think this came out pretty well. They pretty much match, except for some bits like the roof over here. I did a bit more of a gentle gradient, I guess you could say, rather than just changing colors every time we switch to a different layer. But that's up to you. Honestly, this one still looks really cool, however it is. Even if you kept this all clean with just the mud bricks the whole way through and even filled in the windows with glass or whatever, it would look super cool. But aside from that, that's gonna have to do it for me today, you guys. I hope you did enjoy this tutorial. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, bye guys.